Hi, I'm Adriana, trauma-informed yoga instructor and physiotherapist. And today's video is going to be a trauma-informed heart opening and chest opening practice. We'll focus through the sensations in the front of our body and work through those sensations today. A bolster might be handy to have for this practice, or you could use blankets folded up. But besides that, that's all you'll need. So grab your mat, get into something comfy, and we'll get started. I invite you to start sitting with me today. You can sit in any way that's comfortable for you. If you've noticed, I often have a bolster because that feels comfy for me, but you don't need one, whatever works for you. And then just take a moment here to ground into the present. Maybe close your eyes, maybe keep them open. And just take one nice inhale and exhale here. And I invite you to take your right arm and place it behind your back. You can take your left hand and clasp the right arm to get a bit of a stretch throughout the front body here. Now, once again, you could keep your eyes closed this entire time and just listen to my voice. Or if you prefer to have them open to watch, you can do that. And as you sit here clasping the right wrist with the left hand, you feel comfortable, you might decide to lift the chest up a little bit more. Perhaps even lifting the neck up, gazing upward. Noticing those sensations in the front body here. And if at any point this comes uncomfortable, you can always bring the neck down or unclasp the hands. Taking one more breath with me here. And then I invite you to switch to clasp of your hand. So now taking the right hand to clasp onto the left wrist here. Just a slightly different grasp with different sensation from one side to the other. It is very common to hold our body in a forward position, keeping those shoulders closed off, keeping the heart closed off. And potentially after trauma, that might become more of a protective way of being. And that can serve a purpose. Today we're going to work on opening through our heart. If you're still with me, taking one more breath. And on your exhale, you can unclasp the arms, maybe give them a bit of a shake or a bit of a rounding throughout the shoulder. And whenever you are ready, you can join me on hands and knees for cat-cow. Now with the cat-cow, on your exhale, rounding throughout the spine, bringing chin to chest, tailbone goes under. On an inhale, we lower the stomach to the ground, tailbone goes up, chest goes up, head can stay neutral or go up. Exhale, rounding throughout the spine, chin goes down, tailbone goes under. Inhale, stomach to the ground, tailbone goes up, neck goes forward. You can do a few more of these at your own pace, warming up the spine. If you'd like to do some circles or some different movements in cat-cow, feel free to do that. Making your way back to a neutral spine in your own time. And coming up to a low lunge, so bringing that left leg forward, the right knee stays down on the ground. And from here, very similarly to what we did sitting, you could decide to clasp your arms together, opening up once again through the chest here. And if the clasping of the arms doesn't feel accessible, you might decide to clasp your hands down a little bit lower on the back. Whatever works best for you today. Once again, tuning into any sensations, anything that arises as we open up of the heart and the chest. Knowing that you are free to explore anything that comes up, and you are also free to do something different. On your next breath, unclasping the arms, moving into low lunge on the other side here. So coming back down on the left knee, bringing the right leg forward. Clasping the hands once again, or the wrists. Maybe clasping the opposite arm on top than you did on the other side to get a different sensation here. And once again, just bringing awareness to whatever comes up. Whenever you are ready, you can unclasp the arms here. Once again, maybe roll the shoulders or give the hands a bit of a shake. And make your way up to standing in whatever way feels good for you. You can meet me at the top of your mat. And while standing, moving in to mountain with some arm movements here. So I invite you to bring the arms up above your head, perhaps clasp the hands and bring your body over to the right, getting a bit of a stretch through that left side body, perhaps the left shoulder. Coming back up to standing when you're ready, and moving over to the other side. Maybe feeling sensations through the right side body here. On your exhale, coming back to standing, letting those arms come down. Moving into a high lunge, so take your right leg back behind you. If you would prefer to go back down into the low lunge, by all means, feel free to do that. If you are with me on the high lunge, keep that back leg straight, bend through the front knee. Taking the arms into cactus arms here. So bringing them up beside you, 90-degree angle, just like a cactus. And if you feel open to more of a sensation in the front body, maybe you arch the back slightly and bring the chest upwards just a little bit more. Perhaps you gaze the head up just a little bit more. And if this arm movement, this head movement, this chest movement doesn't feel good in this form or the shape, then you can always bring the arms down. One more breath here. On the next breath, bringing the arms down, bringing that left leg up, moving to the other side. So bringing the left leg behind you. Right knee goes bent. If you're with me in the high lunge, the back leg stays straight. You could bring the back leg down if you would like. And those cactus arms on this side. Just as with the other side, perhaps you bring that chest up a little more. Maybe the head gazes upwards. You can stop at anytime. This whole practice is your choice. On your next breath, bringing those arms down, bringing that back leg forward, moving through one more standing shape here. I invite you to bring your legs together and keeping those cactus arms again. You're going to lean the body backwards, bringing those hips forward as far as feels comfortable. One more stretch throughout the front body. One more breath. And on the exhale, coming back up, making your way down to your stomach. If you'd like to join me in a bit of a flow, you could reach down towards the ground here. On an inhale, you could bring your hands to your shins, gaze forward. Exhale, hands go to the mat, legs go out behind you into a plank. And then you lower down to the stomach. Moving on to the forearms here, hands go up in front of you just a little bit into a baby cobra. Tops of the feet stay down, thighs stay down, stomach rests on the ground. And that chest once again is open. Now, if you'd like more of a sensation here, you could bring the hands closer to you and actually go up on the hands into upward dog, lifting the body up. But you could also stay down in the cobra, whichever feels best for your body today. Taking a couple more moments here. If you're in the cobra, perhaps you push down through the forearms. If you're in upwards dog, you push down through the hands and really shine that chest. You are worthy to shine your heart and shine your light. And whenever you are ready, coming down to your stomach, moving into a child's form for the opposite stretch here, bringing the hips back behind you, arms go forward, or perhaps they go down by your side. Just closing in a bit here, opposite of everything that we've done today. Giving your body permission to come into a little bit of a cocoon. And feel free to stay in this child's form as long as you would like. If you care to join me on your back, you can do that. Moving into one last chest opening here. So if you do have a bolster, you could place this down on your mat, or if you have some blankets, you can roll the blankets up so they're long like a bolster. You could grab a pillow if you wanted to as well. Just place your body at the end of the bolster or your blanket so that your low back is resting next to it. And then you can bring your upper body to rest on the bolster. Your knees could stay bent, or you could straighten them, whichever feels better for you. Then you can just let those arms open up, let those shoulders open up, let the bolster hold the back. Notice the support of the bolster behind you. You can lean into that if you feel safe to do so. Let go and let the bolster hold you. And depending on what you would like to feel here, you could bring the arms up into cactus arm here if you would like, or bring them up above your head. You can play around with where your arms are resting. You can sit here as long as feels comfortable. Maybe noticing all the wonderful heart-opening activities you do throughout your day, anything that brings you love, that brings you comfort, that brings you joy. Acknowledging that it can be hard to do something different or new. So if this practice was different or new today, it's amazing that you're here. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I'll see you next time.